This was a very calculated and planned murder. They specifically went to the Swan residence with the intent to kill them.
It's the kind of place to grow old in.
She moved into the house in 1975.
A quiet home underneath the shade of a tall oak.
She loved it. She loved it.
The only sign something was wrong that day lay untouched in the driveway.
When I heard that the papers were piling up, I just panicked.
Daughter Noelle Devine drove to her mother's house, hoping maybe 80-year-old Mina Swan and her 88-year-old husband David had taken a last-minute trip. But that feeling of dread she couldn't shake turned out to be just the beginning. Once inside the home, Devine discovered the elderly couple murdered.
It was just a moment that no one should ever, I would wish it on no one. There is, it's my mother, and I couldn't help her.
Some cases are made on DNA or fingerprints or ballistics. I think this is going to come back to good old-fashioned police work.
From the start, homicide detective Brian Kanicki says there was no obvious suspect, no sign of a break-in, not even a single thing missing from the Swans' home. The couple was shot to death, and crime scene techs spent 3 days gathering evidence. Since then, more than 100 people have been interviewed, all in hopes of finding out who could possibly want to kill these retirees.
In my experience as a journalist, we come across two motives time and time again: love, romance, and money. They were a lot older, so a lot of the talk is about money. Is that a theory?
Absolutely. And while they maybe didn't live a lavish lifestyle, both of them had investments.
But David, a retired CPA, was a good businessman. In fact, his daughter, Julie Swan, flew in from out of state just to tell us so.
You traveled all the way here from Chicago just for this interview. Why?
Because I want people to know what kind of people they were. Dad was the type of person that was always true to his word. He would pay out of his own pocket, so he would lose money so that other people didn't.
Generous, often packing up with Mina, even bringing family along to travel the world.
I still think they're on vacation. It's not real for me yet. I think they're going to come home one day and I'll have this horrible story to tell them. But they're not.
Instead, they're murders inside this once peaceful home, now waiting to be solved. Kate McVeigh, Spectrum, Bay News 9.